Hi all. Now in this section we're going to see about DML statement. So in the previous section we already seen DDL, it's nothing but a data definition language, and we also seen what are the commands will come under DDL. And now we're going to see about the next category of SQL, which is called a DML statement, and we're going to see what are the SQL commands will come under the category of DML. So under the SQL we have four components, right? DDL, DML, DCL and TCL. So DML, now we're going to see about a DML. So DML is nothing but it stands for data manipulation language. What is the use of the DML is nothing but it is used to store, modify or retrieve the data in a table. These are the commands will come under the DML category. Select, update, insert and delete. Remember these commands, they will ask in exam as well as if you go for any interview, they will ask what are the commands will come under DML category. So memorize this commands. We're going to see in depth about this select, update, insert, delete in SQL Developer. In SQL Developer, now we're going to see in depth about this. Okay. So what is the use of the select command? First we're going to see the select command. So select command, it is used to display the record in our table. Records is nothing but a rows. Record is also called as rows in Oracle. So for example, I am just executing this table, select star from countries. When I execute this table, you can see three columns: country ID, country name and region ID. So select by using this select command we can able to see our records in a table. So here what is the meaning of this star symbol is nothing but here the meaning of this star symbol is nothing but it is used to display all the columns in a table. Okay. So when I put select star from my table name, Oracle will display what are the column present in this table. It will display all the columns here. Okay. So in countries table I have three columns. That's why when I execute this query, it displaying all the columns: country ID, country name and region ID. Okay. And see the next query: select country ID, country name from countries. So here instead of a star symbol I have given country ID, country name. So here what is the meaning of this thing is, here I am like to see only two columns from my countries table. That's why I have used this column name. Okay, if I put star, region ID column also will come, right? But I like to see only these two columns. Okay, when your requirement is go like this, please don't use a star symbol. Instead of that, list out the column name, whatever the column you like to see, please list out all the column names here so that you can able to see whatever the columns you have mentioned here. For example, see country ID and country name. So that now when I execute this query, so now when I execute this query, okay, country ID and country, now I'm going to execute this query, country ID and country name. See, I am getting only two columns because here I have mentioned only two columns here, right? That's why those two columns only is coming here. Okay, please understand the difference between the star symbol and the list of the column names. Star symbol is nothing but it is used to display all the columns in a table, and instead of star, if I give the column name, means those column names alone will come here. Okay. Now the next thing is insert. Insert is another type of a DML command. So we have a two type of a insert here. Okay. First insert is nothing but insert into countries. Okay. This is a syntax. Please memorize the syntax. Okay. Insert into, then you have to give your table name, then you have to give values, then for example I have given three values here. For example, first I will execute this query now. See, I have three column, right? For these three column I am giving value respectively. MB is nothing but the value I am going to give for country ID. Then Melbourne is nothing but is a value of country name, and 4 is nothing but I'm going to give the value for the region ID column. So this command will insert a new row with country ID as MB, country name as Melbourne, and region ID as 4. And region ID as 4. Okay, so I'm going to insert a new row now. So I got a 1 row inserted. Okay, so when I execute this select command again, I can able to see my new record here. Melbourne, country ID MB, country name Melbourne, and region ID 4. Okay, so this is a way of inserting a new row by giving the values to all the columns. Now we're going to see the another type of insert statement. So in this insert statement, I just give an insert into countries. Okay, then I give the list of the column names. Like I'm not in now in this type of insert. This is the final one. Okay, sorry. This is the final one. Okay, so here now we're going to see about another type of insert statement. So in this insert statement, see, I'm not going to give the value for region ID column. Okay, so I'm going to give the value for country ID and country name alone. I'm not going to give the value for region ID here. So in this case, see what the syntax is different. Insert into, then you have to give your column name, then open the bracket, then please mention what are the columns and all you like to give the value. So country ID, comma country name. Okay, that then close the bracket, then give values, then open the bracket. For country ID, I am going to give the value AZ, and for country name, I am going to give Azerbaijan. Okay, so now when I execute this query, I got a message called 1 row inserted. Okay, so this is now see how it's look like in a table. So AZ Azerbaijan, this is what I inserted, right? Please be ensure whatever the orders you have given here, the same order only you have to give the value for country ID AZ and country name Azerbaijan. So AZ is there, Azerbaijan is there, and see in the region ID column I have the null value. Oracle will defaultly store the null value for region ID column. Why means because I not given the value for region ID column, that's why it is storing as null. So when whenever you are like to give the value for all the column in a table, please follow this syntax. But in some cases you don't like to give value for all the columns, only few columns only going to give the value, not for all the column, means please follow the next syntax. Okay, in this syntax you no need to mention the column names of a table, but in this syntax you must need to mention the column names. That is the only difference here. Okay, so I hope now you understand what are the different types will come under in insert statement. Now the next thing is we're going to see about an update statement. By using an update statement, we can able to update our records. Okay, so first, before going for update, first we will see how this countries table will look like. Okay, so now see here, update countries. This is a syntax for update. Update, you have to give, after update you have to give a table name, then set region ID equal 1. Okay, where country ID equal Canada. So for first see what is the region ID for Canada. For country ID CA, country name is Canada. Okay, and region ID is 3. Instead of these 3, I am going to update 1 now. Okay, this is my requirement. See how I did this by using SQL update statement. You have to give update, then table name, then give set region ID equal, I am just setting the value for region ID column equal to 1. Okay, existingly 3 is there. Now I am going to give 1. That's why I given set region ID equal to 1. I need to tell to the Oracle which row you going to update. That's why I have used a var class, var country ID equal CA. Okay. So when I give like this, where country ID equal to CA, Oracle will automatically check where that country ID CA is there, and for this particular row it will set the region ID equal what? 1. Okay. So now I am executing this query. 1 row updated. Now see here, when I see this table for Canada, you already know previously what? Region ID 3 was there and now 1 is there. Okay. So this is one type of update statement. Okay. And the next type of update statement is nothing but, suppose you here I am just updating only one column, right? But you are in such case you need to update the values for more than one column. Means you can just put a comma here and keep on setting the respective column name and give that value here. Okay. So here I am going to give the another update statement, update country, set region ID equal to 3. Now 1 is there. Now I am going to change the region ID is 3, as well as I am going to give the country name as Canada, Ontario. Okay. And I am going to change, instead of a Canada, I am going to change Canada, Ontario. So two columns I am going to update. Instead of Canada, I am going to give Canada, Ontario. Then in region ID equal to 3, I am going to give the region ID equal 1. In where country ID equal CA. Okay. Now what happened means, again when they see the var class, when Oracle will see this var class, it will check where that CA is there. Yes, it is there. Then for this row it will set region ID equal 3 here and country name equal to Canada, Ontario. Now when I execute this statement, this update statement, country name will become Canada, Ontario and region ID will become 3 again. Okay. Shall we execute now? Okay. 1 row updated. Now when I see this table, and remember for the Canada, the country name is become Canada, Ontario and region ID is become 3. This is a way how we can update our records. Okay. I hope you understand this update statement. And whenever you do some insert, update or delete, please execute this commit. Okay, commit is nothing but it is used to save our record permanently in the database. I am executing this so that commit is getting complete. Okay, so now we are going to see about a delete statement. Okay, so delete statement, first I will show my table, countries table. Then see here, I am going to delete some record called AZ. Okay, I am going to delete this row, AZ Azerbaijan null. Okay, so how to delete this row is nothing but you have to follow the syntax. Delete from, then give your table name, then where, always whenever you execute some DML statement, put, if you are executing, if you are particularly you doing some DML operation for few rows alone, means please put a proper var class. Okay, you need to tell to the Oracle where this DML is going to impact, in which type of a row and all it going to impact, like that. So where country ID equal AZ, so automatically Oracle will check. This is nothing but a searching criteria. We just giving a searching criteria in a var class. So where country ID equal AZ, so automatically Oracle will check where that country ID AZ is there. Yes, it is there. Then what we need to perform? We need to delete that row, particular row from the countries table. So when I execute this command, automatically your AZ, this entire row will become deleted. Okay. So this is a way of deleting the rows in your table. Okay. If you either you can follow this syntax or else you can follow this syntax. In this syntax, in this line, see, I am not using a from class. That's it. So what is the meaning is, either you can follow this one, delete from countries where country ID equal to CA, or else you can follow delete countries. From is optional. Okay, both the query will do the same operation only. Okay, so and now I am executing this query. I got a message called one row deleted. Okay, so when I check this table again, that AZ record is not there. Okay, so this is a way of how we deleting the records in your table. Okay, next, when the same thing, I did some delete operation in my countries table, right? To make my changes permanently in the database, I am going to execute a commit statement. Okay, so commit command is nothing but what? It is used to save our changes permanently in a database. Okay, I hope you have learned how to insert a new row and how to update, how to delete the records in your table. I hope you have enjoyed this session. Thank you so much for watching this. I will see you in the next video.